here, the War Chief. It is Lin.
And historically, Lin has been pretty successful against Colorful. He's 18-4 in matches, 35-13 in maps. He actually won the last 5 encounters, which were all best of 3s, without dropping a map. So I think that's where Colorful's lack of confidence against Lin came from, that he spoke about in the interview, where he thought he was going to get destroyed. Like, if somebody beats you 5 times in a row in tournaments, and every time it's a 2-0, you're always going to think, okay, well, that guy is just owning me. There's not much I can do against him. What's going to be very important going into this match today is for Colorful to forget about all that. Just remember everything that he learned in practice and put it into its full effect here. Just use everything that he's learned, play 100%, and he's going to have to be very strong mentally to be able to do that. It's always hard to face somebody you usually lose a lot to. You play a lot of ladder, Remo. Like, can you maybe tell us, like, if that's the case for you? Is there somebody you do really bad against, and then every time you meet them, you're like, oh god, here we go? Or...
Well, there's the usual suspects, of course, you know, the Happies and the Hawks and so on, who I lose to consistently. But on my level, in quotes, I don't think I can quite understand exactly that feeling, also, since I don't play tournaments. But I get what you're saying. A mental block can certainly be a problem if that is what we see here. What we do see here, by the way, is a Demon Hunter. Not a Keeper, Demon, Blade Master, classic duel here early on. The Western Orcs, I still hear their whining in my ears. They keep on telling me over and over how broken Talons are. Why the hell Asians don't play it? They have no idea. According to them, Talons are almost unbeatable still, even after all the nerfs compared to the old meta. And they expect it to be seen more in the future. And we do see it here indeed. With the Demon Hunter being the play, Talons are very likely. It could be maybe Dryads. But on LR, it is kind of a classic.
Yeah, Colorful anticipated which Wisp was going to be attacked here for a sec. That was very well done. Can he escape with this one? Yes, has to use a Moonwell. Usually if you want to play, I mean, it almost doesn't matter what composition you want to go for. You want to build like a really big wall in your base. Colorful is starting to work on that, but it's a very wide wall if you were to go for one with the Moonwells, going in a little bit of an arc here. Interesting.
Yeah, this is kind of strange indeed.
You know, by the way, like about the talent stuff, I think it's so weird. Like, yeah, we never really see them. And then when we see them, like, I think it's so awkward for the orc because it's not like, you know, the big meta that we used to see like every game where, you know, you have to go for Blade, Torn, Chieftain, Shockwave, Expand, and just get walkers, Grunt Raider Walker. Nowadays, it's all about the Shadow Hunter. And I think that's what makes it very awkward for a lot of them, is that usually you have to pick your hero before you necessarily know what the opponent's going for. But I think maybe one of the best ways they could do it is when you're about to reach tier 2 as Orc, you have a peon on the lab, you scan the main base of Hell. Oh, he's about to lose an archer here. That was slowed really badly. Very nice catch from Lin to show up there and try and prevent that, but he gets ensnared.
Yeah, the confidence by Colorful, by the way, almost surrounding the Blade Master. He was scouted there by a Grunt. This was very obvious, but Colorful decides still to go for the creep camp. That's probably going to cost the Ancient of War here. Also going to cost a lot of repair. Might actually be able to keep it alive, but Colorful not dissuaded here by the presence of Lin, who is a legend in this game and a demigod. Still will try his game and is gonna test Lin and be like, you know what? I'm attempting this camp. You better come do something about it, otherwise you're gonna be in trouble.
Wow. Okay, look at Lin. Torn Chieftain, Totem, and Bestiary. So he's doing what I mentioned. He's just fully expecting talents. Colorful is one of the better players at using this build order. And Lin is fully trying to hard counter him. He didn't even, I think, fully check the main base. Just the Demon plus the Archer and Mercenaries tells him that this is going to be talents. He doesn't need to see any more than that. He's not going to double check. It's just going to be Totem, Grunt Raider Walker, TC second, old school, with which you usually expand pretty quickly. You level up your Torrent Chieftain to get Shockwave level 2, and then it's all about spamming the Shockwaves instead of Archers and Talents.
Yeah, I'm really fascinated to see this here. Last Refuge, like last year at some point, Niders were playing quite a bit of Talons here again, and then it faded out of the meta. The reason why it's really good on this map is because there's a lot of safe camps you can go for. With the Ancient of War, you can go for the orange camps around your main, and then rely on your heroes in the late game to carry you. In this matchup, it's very weird, a very specific way this plays out compared to most other strategies. The Night Elf will be able to use their heroes, but because of Cyclone, the Orc barely can use their heroes at all. They mostly have to rely on units. So normally the higher the levels go, the better it is for the Night Elf. Unless the TC gets level 5 and Shockwave suddenly destroys everything. But that is not necessarily so reliable. So with the Beastmaster here and the Demon Hunter creeping up as well as they are, Demon already level 3, this map is really good for Talons. We see it here. By the way, Scourge Bone Chimes, not so good for the army, but could be really good for the heroes who will be the tanks at all times in front of the casters.
Yeah, I think that Pian saw the Beastmaster second, so that confirms what he pretty much already knew. Colorful going for a big pull. And usually when you would play this back in the days, you know, back in the old days, Blademaster about to get a big steal here, gets the rejuvenation or replenishment potion, very well done. But yeah, back in the day, whenever you would play this style here as a Night Elf, you would almost always harass when you got your Beastmaster second. You would go for burrows, maybe try and get some cancels on the totem, and try to deal some damage, then pull back, you know, sometimes even losing some of your units and your Beastmaster, for example. But in this game, Colorful only crept. So he got Demon level 3 super fast. Now Beastmaster is going to be at least 2.5 here after this camp. That Ancient of War, by the way, barely survives. Why is he not eating a tree?
Oh, Blademaster comes in, but Fairy Fire right away. The Hawk spots him. Yeah, this Ancient of War is also triggering me a little bit. My OCD is flaring up, but I think he might do it now. Yeah, normally the way you want to play against this as Orc is apply pressure early, never allow for the Demon to creep, and then capitalize on your map control on tier 2 with early Ensnare and early Spirit Link when the Night Elf is weak. But because on this map the Demon Hunter can creep way better, he's much stronger, so it's way harder for the Orc to apply the pressure, which he wants to do to get ahead in the mid-game. And now, you know, this is the dream for Night Elf with the strategy. You can just creep up, you get your master training, you haven't lost anything until then, and you're not even behind in hero levels. That is outstanding. Colorful playing this map and this strategy very, very well. And as you pointed out, this is not a strategy that Orcs are so used to anymore nowadays.
One of the main maps that we used to see this on like super often, that was in every Orc against Elf a long time ago, was Echo Isle, on which shop control is super important. And here it's no difference. Like we saw Lin really put some emphasis on sending that Blademaster to the shop, stealing the scroll away from Colorful. So Colorful, he's got 0 healing scroll against a level 3 Torrent Chieftain. Full mana currently, obviously there is mana burn that he can work with, but if he can even just get double Shockwave off on this army, it would be very dangerous for Colorful. So he's playing very safe right now. He's just working on his talent counts. He's letting them build up on mana quite a bit. He's gonna buy the 3rd hero in a second, usually a Tinker. Here's what we would see as 3rd. And Lin hasn't expanded at all. He's just playing a full 1-base style. He already broke upkeep. He's went into 54. So Lin is probably... I think he wants to fight soon here. When you break upkeep like this, especially if you know the opponent is on 50 or less, you plan on taking a fight. Ooh, the illusion, actually. If Demon reads this wrong, you don't want to burn that illusion.
Tinker it is. Who is still decent for blocking with Pocket Factory. Probably not as good as he used to be in the past. In the past, Pocket Factory had medium armor. Now it's heavy armor. Heavy armor means the walkers can take it out much, much faster. And also the Berserkers. But the Tinker is here regardless. Colorful is now up at 50 supply. This strategy takes a while to come online. You need items, you need the hero levels, you need the 50 supply, and of course the master training for the talents. Ideally a heal scroll as well. Colorful doesn't have that yet. But there's still camps left for him to take. Beastmaster is close to level 3. Getting level 3 Demon and Beastmaster before the first fight, that is just the dream. But now perhaps finally a creepjack opportunity for Lin. He's behind the trees at his own shop, finds a Scroll of the Beast. That's definitely the worst he could have found there, unfortunately for him.
He cycloned a Null Assassin, what? Okay, that was weird. A second scroll was acquired. Oh, very nice sense there on the Demon, zoning him away from the Torrent Chieftain. No Invis Potion used here to try and delay the next mana burn. It's gonna go off now before the fight even begins. But yeah, double healing scroll for Lane. He's got a Scroll of the Beast here. That's huge, actually. Could even transfer the Sobi Mask onto the Torrent Chieftain. And Colorful just pulls back for now. He still doesn't have a single scroll. He could go to his own shop and get one. And Lin's getting a single burrow on his expo right now, by the way. So maybe planning on expanding shortly after that. I think it's all about, like, you want to win a fight, and then sometimes the best way to expand your lead is not to attack, but then to just expand and crit more.
Colorful at the shop, gets the first heal scroll, finally. Alright, here we go. This is the big fight. A bit of a supply lead for the Orc, takes out one of the talents, but will perhaps lose a grunt. Denies it. Of course, you want to rotate out those grunts. Cost a shockwave, cost a bit of HP. It's not just about kills, it's also about mana on the TC and on the walkers and on the utility of the inventory. Double heal scroll for Lin is still there. No invul pot though.
Yeah, that shockwave barely hit anything. I'm surprised he actually went for that. I think maybe he wanted to count on some hero target to try and take one of those outs. Kana comes in, uses the shockwave. And stay on the demon, he's trying to zone that away from the Torrent Chieftain, but those cyclones, they're going off. And they're gonna help a lot. The Blade Master being targeted. You said it, he has no invul, he's surrounded! Oh my god, he can't escape.
Is there any way to save him? I don't think so. Where was that invul potion? Missing. Heal scroll used. One of them, two of them. Oh, everything on the Blade Master. Cyclone up in the air. Lasts for 6 seconds. Dispel. Does he actually get away from this? No. With the mana burn, he gets taken out. The Tinker, of course, also died, but the level 1 hero is much easier to get back. Tavern, hero, revive has to be the call. That was expensive on the Blade Master. New Cyclones coming in. We have Fairy Dragons as well for the mana flare damage, by the way. And this game is looking great now for Colorful. Heal scroll desperately needed, but they were before used to try to keep the Blade Master alive, and that didn't work out. Hitman and the boys, were they right? Is this talent style still super good and Unidol's just playing the wrong strats? Colorful is making it look that way at the moment, of course, because of how good this map is for just that style. Going for the Beastmaster now next. Lin needs to get something big happening. He needs to get a hero kill, otherwise this game is lost. In fact, it is lost. GG, 1-0 for Colorful.
Oh my god! Is it happening? Is it really happening? Colorful taking the 1-0 with a talent strategy. I can't believe my eyes. Just to play that strat and then to own this strat like this. Very
that
cool.
was super impressive for sure from Colorful, but that was one of the saddest Torrent Chieftain I've ever seen in my life. This guy barely got any shockwaves off. I think it was like 2 against, like, the first one was bad. The first shockwave barely hit anything. Second one was out healed by healing scroll. And then he had double ring, so he had a lot of armor. He spent his life in the air. What's a ring gonna do for you? You go skydiving, it's not doing anything. Like, you need to be on the ground, hitting something, doing something. But Colorful with a masterful opener here to this best of 5.
Yeah, really interesting approach to the talent, right? You pointed it out, not harassing at all, just power leveling. And these heroes were damn powerful. He never had any real losses in the mid game, and then good explosion, good fight. And Lin was the master of this Raider Walker play against talents, always like three Raiders attack one talent, take them out. His shockwaves were the best in the game. Not here today. He was a little overwhelmed by the old school talent strategy, and Colorful takes the lead. Okay, is this the way this semi-final goes? Map number 2 in 3 minutes. While we're basking in the tears of all the orcs in the Twitch chat, we go on to map number 2 of Colorful versus Lin. Colorful, back in the Talon days, was known as an orc slayer. That was the first thing that really got him famous, and he's showing again that he didn't forget about any of this. So, next map is Echo Isles, and Todd, you touched on that. You said it's possible here as well to play Talons on Echo?
I mean, it was one of the original maps that we saw almost every single Night Elf against Orc back in the day whenever that strategy was part of the meta. I remember, I never played Night Elf or Orc, but I remember seeing it so many times in tournaments. You know, WG Moon against Grubby. Finally, it happened. Grubby beat Moon, and after some really, really sick surround and you know, just perfect fights, expanding, shockwaves, everything, the micro. But as of late, it feels like the Orcs are a little bit out of practice against this, and the execution definitely wasn't their last game. It's a very strong style if the game goes well for the Elf. So, and Lin needs to get a better start if he is to face this style again.
All right, let's see if Colorful is playing it just once again. Did Lin remember how to play this matchup, or will it be the typical Keeper Hunt style? Let's go into map 2.
After that opening, with Colorful playing Talons on the first map, Lin for the rest of the series will have to think if that is also going to be played once again on the following maps. I think LR is by far the best map. Again, Talons relies heavily on your heroes carrying for you. You want to have fast level 3 Demon Hunter. You want to get your triple hero in Master Training without getting punished before, and ideally level those heroes later as well. This was a level 3 Demon and a level 3 Beastmaster before the first real fight, which is amazing, and that is what LR is perfect for. Echo Isle not necessarily the best for getting super far ahead in levels early. If you want to do that, you have to take a bit of a greedy camp first. That is what we see by Colorful. Going for the Merc camp once again with Demon Hunter. All the Western orcs vindicated in chat right now, telling us, I told you, man! I told you, Talons, man! It's the future. Let's see if it truly is. This is a bit of a risk, going for the Ancient of War early. It is not too uncommon for orcs nowadays to send out a peon scout and have a shop ready right away to go for a speed scroll. In fact, this is a fast shop. The Blade Master could go for a speed scroll to run across the map, but he doesn't know if the Ancient of War is in fact at the Merc camp, so it would be a bit of a risk. Yeah.
Is it one he's willing to take, though? Usually when you get shopped this early, it means that you want to be pretty much aggressive after shopping immediately when your blade is out. Yeah, but yeah, Echo Isle a very different map to Last Refuge. Last game, actually, even though in the mid-game there wasn't much action, I thought it was very intense because both players were waiting for the opponent to make a mistake. Colorful was sitting on his side of the map, waiting for Lin to engage into him into a bad position. And Lin was waiting for Colorful to move out and engage into him into a bad position. And Lin was the one with the scrolls for the longest time. Colorful was so patient. He made sure that he got the scrolls himself. Now, we're on a map where there is only one single merchant at the bottom to get healing scrolls. So Blade Master is going to be amazing to make sure that you're the one with those healing scrolls against the opponents. If he were to play against Talons, which I believe might be the case here. And that's going to be very important for Lin to do this very well this time around. And maybe expand. I was a little bit surprised he didn't expand last game. I know it's kind of like hit or miss, and you know, maybe I'm not the most knowledgeable guy in Orc against Night Elf. I'll be the first to admit, but the games that I remember from a long time ago, I do think that Orcs used to expand, stay on 50 a little bit, then break up keep, and taking that expansion puts a lot of pressure on the Night Elf to then have to attack. But obviously players have improved a lot since then, so maybe they figured out good timings to attack against this kind of expansion to then break it.
Look at the marketplace. There's 2 Mercamp drops in here, but no claws. What? How does that make sense? Is that fully random? Well, we have a Circlet now as well, and the Demon Hunter creeping the Ogre Magi. Blade Master busy in the main, looking again for Wisp kills. How good is the juggling here? Last map, it was extremely well done. Only a single Wisp was lost. So far, all are being kept alive, but very important now for Lin. He gets the Berserker. If this one goes to the Night Elf, he would have had barely any possibility to be aggressive. Demon Hunter, though, got the big invul. Great for later on. Sells the Pendant. The only army that will ever sell a pendant. The Night Elf army playing Talons.
Yeah, I think it's the right choice. You get a bunch of gold for it. We see it's already quite rich here with this. The Enchanter 4 getting caught here. Oh my god, it's a it's an 8-on-1 right now.
The Berserker getting blocked by his friend, the Shadow Priest, but okay, should be making it out. Quite a bit of damage, but good thing there's heal salves and that Ancient of War. Oh! Berserker gets ensnared by the Murlocs, but no Night Elf nearby, thankfully. So it's a faster tech for Lin, but everything else is looking better for Colorful, isn't it?
Colorful's going Huntress Soul. He's trying to trick Lin. Lin right now for sure is convinced this is going to be Talons again. And the thing is, oh my god, he's going double Bestiary and Torrent Chieftain. He's going Torrent Chieftain because he thinks he's going to be Talon, but if it's Lores, you'd want a Shadowhunter here out a lot of the time.
Double Bestiary is pretty damn good against Dryads, though. You spam the Raiders, you take them out one by one with the ensnares. It is really bad against... Even against Bears, it can be decent. Maybe Lin has the read here?
Yeah, I feel like it's really hit or miss, though. Like, sometimes it's just going to fall off super hard, and then Raiders are just going to be awful. Especially if Colorful were to realize. From what I'm seeing, I don't think he's scouted the main base of Lin so far, which definitely would be a mistake. Like, you want to know what tech your opponent's going for. That Moonwell will go down if this keeps going, by the way.
There's no second hero for Colorful. 1,200 gold. Okay, now towards the tavern. What we get? Naga, maybe? Makes sense with Dryads. There it is.
Lin was probably a little bit conflicted here about pulling back his units, because he was like, oh, well, I can kill this Moonwell, but then he realized that he needs to start leveling his TC. He's going to see that the marketplace item was already collected. Probably had already clicked on the demon. Okay, Blade cannot go too deep. He sees the Lores. Okay, this is big. Okay. He needed to know already about this, but double Raider production is already on the way. Oh. I wonder this double Bestiary Raider style. Do you think maybe after game 1 he started already getting a little desperate, or because like on a small map like Echo Isle, like I said, it's really hit or miss. Like there is going to be a big power spike when he has a couple Raiders and he's going to have good hit and run potential. But as Colorful realizes what's happening, he can design his base in a way where the defense against it is going to be very strong.
Yeah, this is going to be a good old lame game, boys. We have Pillage. This is going to be run-bys all day. Lin is going to avoid all fights. Because if Colorful ever makes it to MGs, there's zero chance that Lin can win a fight. So if you can't win a fight, well, I guess you go for the buildings. We see that right here. Wisp coming in for the repair, but there's gonna be Ensnare. Wait, does he not have Ensnare?
This Enchanter 4, by the way, has been having a rough game. He's getting attacked by everybody. He's like Bidou, taking shots from everyone. Just hanging in there.
And with the speed scroll, there should always be an option here to get away, unless there's a Dispel, of course. Another Moonwell will be lost. And it's a lot of Raiders suddenly. This could definitely force some hero kills. Colorful is supply stuck, by the way. He's got one Dryad coming. That single Dryad is actually going to help. But man, this is a lot of Moonwells going down.
Yeah. He needs to repair that one. Raider gets speed scrolled out. Oh, there. He's going to get the next one. And Lin actually went for Pillage. So he's getting some... Actually, no, he didn't. Wait. I stopped attack the building. I think he does have it. Blade Master. Oh, he goes down. That's a big snipe here. He's gonna force that to be remade now.
The
He's
block
Torrent Chieftain
on the TC. Are you kidding? He's got a stomp though. He should use it. Not too late to use now. Speed scroll is over. But there are ensnares. So yeah, this was still expensive for Colorful. Lots of Moonwells going down. He's remaking them now. He needs a shop for Orb of Venom badly. Look at the cojones on Colorful. He's got 2 heroes and 1 single Dryad on half HP, and he's chasing the big orc army across the map.
I'm right here. Say something.
Say that to my face.
Fight me, will you? Level 3 demon right around the corner here. That's a big level against the Torrent Chieftain second in particular. And we see a transition out of Lin. I mean, he needs to. Like, he's gonna go for Totem behind his to add walkers, catches another Wisp. Not gonna be detonated, actually.
Oh, quick reaction on the Raider. Very easy to let these get caught. In fact, one might be getting caught. Speed scroll, maybe? I don't believe he has Abolish yet. Alright, nice save.
Okay, Colorful needs to get bears. Yeah, there it is. He's already got the master training. So as soon as these come out, they're going to be pretty good. But I think maybe he should get Nature's Blessing and then move his Ancient of War a little bit to the right to protect more his base and the Moonwells. These lores are like the safest building that he's got, really, like walled off behind everything else.
Yeah. Alright, but good damage was done here. Colorful was severely slowed down. He's still far away from 50. That expansion is now coming up, and there's no Wisp nearby to scout it. With the run-by style, expecting an expansion is kind of standard, I suppose. So now it's up to Lin to keep the attention on the right side of the map and buy enough time for himself for the expansion to finish. About 1.5 more minutes and he's going to have his second base.
It feels so weird as somebody who played like this game so many years ago, like myself, to see a Torrent Chieftain against this with Stomp. Like you would never ever have seen Stomp a long time ago. It was all about Shockwave. But now apparently Lin's trying with the Stomp in this time around. And the army's almost back in position. Wait, he's still fighting the Murlocs here. Colorful gets those Dryads caught. They're gonna go down very quickly to Raiders here. TC gets level 3. Demon can get a stay out of the way, maybe, if he does it quickly enough. Stomp onto... Actually, there's not much to stomp right now.
A great ensnared on the Demon Hunter here, trying to limit his damage as much as possible. But some Raiders are still going down. Bears also falling. Dryads also falling. It's a full-out bloodbath. That's what happens when you have 0 healing. And units who take quite a bit of damage. Naga might be in trouble here as well. Attacking an illusion. Naga has to TP out. Another good engagement for Lin, I believe. Saves the bear as well with that TP out. Trying to take out another Moonwell here is Lin. Does he have a speed scroll still? No. But there is a heal scroll and a TP. Just to be safe. Dryad should be getting in range of another Grunt quite easily. That is the catch here for the Night Elf. But this was a lot of time bought for that expansion. A bit of pillage money as well.
Oh, he's gonna re-engage. Lin was bluffing, he was pretending that he's like, I'm so weak, like Palpatine. He's like pulling back the whole time, and then suddenly it was like unlimited power, turned around, but now he's forced to TP out. As Colorful was healthy enough on everything not to lose much here. He's already got a staff. That demon is starting to look scarier, scarier. Double circlets, Clover Face, Orb of Venom, and he still has that big invuln.
Yeah, if the Naga reaches level 3 for the Fog Lightning against the Raiders, that could also be quite strong. But we have a transition to a stronger standing army for Lin here. We're going to have Walkers coming and Kodos. That's going to make him a lot more powerful, certainly. These Raiders are mainly good for ensnare and building kill. In a straight-up fight, they don't do much. Not at all. So, the expansion has now been scouted. What's the call from Colorful is the question. All-in push or counter-expo? Those are his two options.
Yeah, I think he's gonna push. I mean, usually when you get around 50 is really when there's the decision to expand or not. I think he's able to realize here he has a Wisp near the Expo of Lin. He knows there is the Expo and he just started mining, so it's usually the perfect timing right now to go for it. We don't have his Ancient yet. Oh my god, this is...
Oh my
Walkers
god.
don't have any training. He can't dispel any rejuve.
Could be a lot of healing here over time, especially with the Bears coming in from the main as well. TC gets off one stomp. Bears are starting to drop really, really low. However, we have the heal scroll coming in, more reju, perhaps not quite good enough. The Spirit Link also protecting the Orc forces. Just a much bigger army from the Orc side. Looking good now, starting to at least for Lin. Roar coming out again, still a lot of damage on this Demon Hunter. Everything's starting to drop low everywhere, in fact.
Yeah, Walkers do magic damage, which does a lot of damage on Bears here. And Lin's cleaning up house. If he gets a solid hole here, he has Expo running behind this. He would be in a really good position. 60 supply now for the War Chief. 34 for Colorful. This attack may have been a big overextension here.
Yeah, this didn't work out too well, but I think it may have been his only option. Just Lin playing the base race really well with the expansion in the back. That's his win condition. Colorful probably was forced to engage right there. Otherwise, time was going to run out. Invul, use on both sides. The Demon Hunter is still very strong, but not strong enough to deal with 57 supply by himself.
Imagine if Colorful holds this somehow. It's the same army as earlier. It's just 2 heroes and 1 unit. Demon going low. He's got the staff. If he gets instead, oh my god, if he would have gotten instead, that would be a dead demon. But now he should be able to staff. There is no raider in distance. He's saving it. He's being very greedy. A bear gets eaten. Oh my god, the demon is still fighting. Lin checks for an expansion with a low hit point. Landmaster, see that it's not there. He has so much gold, actually.
Yeah, and with that big army, wants nothing more than heal scrolls. If you could have one thing for Christmas, it would be a whole bunch of heal scrolls, but there's only one in the shop.
It's ready to re-engage. Lots of low hit points units. Colorful with 2 heroes and 2 units here. Coming back in. Big supply difference. 15 supply difference in total. Trying to go for the Blade Master. He's got the Invuln. Can be pulled back. There's Raiders to ensnare. Thanks to Endurance as well. The chasing potential is very real here with those Raiders.
Exceptional control by Lin with the Raiders, always keeping them alive, further than snares, but not losing them, kiting them back properly. And Colorful, he just has a few melee units, really, and the Naga, his micro potential is really limited. And Lin is playing this well. Still ignoring the Demon Hunter for the most part. The Naga might be a kill option here, but actually more bears coming in from the main. Still no disenchant. Just more and more walkers being produced. They, of course, do good damage against the bears.
I wonder if he was intentional. He's like, I don't need disenchant. I just need more walkers for the magic damage, for Spirit Link. I just need my army to out-sustain your damage. Those 2 heroes, they just keep on being reinforced by like 1 or 2 bears, but the army of Colorful has never been big here. Imagine if he just kites like this for like 30 minutes, then expands and somehow wins.
It seems all but lost this game, but well, let's see what Colorful can make here. He's gonna lose 2 bears here getting digested very soon. That's gonna bring his supply down dangerously low.
You know,
gets 2 kills actually.
Wow, he was not letting Lin pull back and heal by doing this. Because every time Lin was pulling back, Colorful was chasing him and re-engaging. So he never allowed Lin to pull back, go to a shop and heal. And there is no shop at the expo anyway. So now he forced a town portal, but I mean, when this army, like, right now if you're Colorful and you're pushing, you're like, okay, well, the big army is coming right now, and it's pretty bad news, because he still has just 2 units and 2 heroes.
He has been able to hold on for a long time, but man, this is now a 20 supply lead. 1 bear getting devoured is going to be a bit more experience, and this is now the Orcish Horde storming in. There might not be any heal wave, but it's enough. GG is called, and we have a 1-1.
Lin strikes back with a way better radar control, but also this first push that killed like 3 Moonwells was almost a neck breaker already. This surgical strike delayed everything, and yeah, this Dryad play then didn't really work too well.
I wonder if he shouldn't have gone Keeper second. If you go Keeper second, you have a way better option to deal with the Raiders with one entangle after the next. In fact, the Naga was very delayed. He could have started the Keeper way earlier. But still, Lin played it so well with the base race and then the expansion. Masterful strategical play.
He cannot know what Lin's gonna go for, you know. I'm sure if somebody invents a time machine someday, maybe Colorful will time travel to that moment. It's gonna be like, oh, I know you're going double bestiary, and then it'll go Keeper second. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna entangle everything. But in the real world, you can't always necessarily exactly know. I guess I didn't see any scouting on his part on that double bestiary. I don't know if I missed it, but maybe there was a way he could have seen it and then have gone Keeper.
Yeah, he had 2 wisps pretty
up
close.
there.
Yeah,
exactly. So should have ideally scouted for it, but well, we don't want to be too harsh on him. Still a good series by him, and we have 3 more maps potentially.
3 more maps and 3 more minutes until the next map. Be right back.
So interesting. Maybe he'll make that down the line more like in the center of the map. Will Lin? It's only one single burrow right now. So maybe looking to tech pretty quickly here in this game.
Yeah, no shop and no peon scout, so running across the map to the Night Elf side would be a pure gamble. Could be a massive waste of time. So I guess more likely is a move towards the middle and try to get the items from the green camp. That is always guaranteed value. But it also means the Demon Hunter should be off to a pretty solid start over here, as long as the Lightning Shield creep doesn't get messed up. The Wisp is gonna check out what the
Oh my god, the
Late
Demon
Master is up to.
Look at the Demon, he's getting another item. This is so greedy. But thanks to the Lightning Shield trick, it's still gonna do almost the entire camp before a blade would ever show up. I guess if there had been a speed scroll, that could have been dangerous, but there isn't. That's such a fast level 2 hero here for Colorful. What do you think about this? Like, do you think it's it makes sense to have like the Lightning Shield make it so easy to do this camp, or?
Yeah, I think nowadays every race can pull it off, but certainly Night Elf can be super efficient with this, and the Night Elves have mastered it quite well. I like that the Wisp was scouting what was going on. If the Orc had been playing a more aggressive opening, Colorful could have seen this, and then Colorful perhaps would have had to step back from this camp, which wouldn't have been the best opening for him, but still could have gone for a plan B with safer green camp creeps. And now again, we're in the situation like on LR, the Demon gets off to a good start, gets the high levels. That is what you need to make the Talons work, at least make it work well. But on this map, unlike on LR, it's very big. There's a lot of paths to attack your opponent, a lot of options for run-bys, which I imagine, if it is Talons, is going to be more the strategy this time by the Orc.
Looked a little funny here, this Enchanter 4 on the bridge. You shall not pass. But the grunt still kind of went past.
Oh, big purchase here. Berserker goes to Colorful.
Colorful gets it. Imagine being a Blade Master, you go to the center of the map, you creep an item, get a Glove of Haste, and then you see a demon show up with the Mantle of Intelligence, Slippers of Agility, and Scroll the Beast. And the Blade is like, okay, oh, the Blade is blocking him away. He's just gonna, oh, okay, the Mana Burn gets the experience, but the Blade gets the item with the circle.
Wait. Blade got the experience as well. The Mana Burn was too slow.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Blade saw the demon in the center. He's like, okay, well, that guy is like Kanye. His memories are from the future because he's already got 3 items, Remo.
Oh, I love Kanye. Expansion, by the way. Look at it. Up in the top right. With the Hunter's Hall. So Demon, Dryad, Expo. Once again, the Night Elves showing how dangerous and versatile they can be. Boots of Speed on the Demon Hunter. What year is this? Feels like 2009.
A player's force is
yeah, the hunt is on. The Playmaster gonna have to run around quite a bit. He wants to keep on applying pressure. He's not letting him heal, which is huge. And in the meantime, Colorful's getting ready to creep the lab on the left with the Enchanter 4. That guy's went on a journey.
Yeah, ideally grunts should be scouting for this, but there's so many things happening during this dark nighttime.
Oh, he
you
will
only
now.
have very little vision. Oh, he's gonna see it now. This is a great play by Lin. Oh, beautiful timing as well. And he's got the staff to get over there.
That is sick. You don't have mana to work with.
Oh,
He's just gonna chase that away.
Surround the Berserker?
The International 4 is screwed, I
That
think.
one's dead. That's a great, great play by Lin. This scout prevents level 3 demon. Don't think he can save this one, can he? Oh, wow. He de-aggroed the Ancient of War. Now they're following the archers? How did he do this? He's a magician.
Blade finally stepped out.
Alchemist.
Wow. Yeah, he's playing lores again. So double lore already going down. Not gonna rush to tier 3. I mean, he's going for Tree of Life, so I think maybe just a lot of Dryads. And then just set up the expansion and maybe keep on spamming those Dryads.
And with Acid Bomb, you can creep pretty fast now. Later on, Heal Spray should be very helpful as well. Early expansion this time by the Orc. It's gonna take forever to finish though. If this is scouted, it could be cancelled easily, and wouldn't you know it, there's a Wisp down here as well, who could look for it. Oh my god, Colorful with the perfectest scout you've ever seen.
Unlike
Now he
last
knows.
game. But a Pendant of Energy on the Torn Chieftain. That's pretty nice, especially like the demon's not yet level 3. I'm guessing he's gonna wanna creep that now. With the Expo marching forward, I always think it's a little weird, by the way, when elves get ultra vision, which, like, you know, there's like 2 hours left in the night, and then it's gonna be day for a long time. But I guess moonstones down the line can come into play. So pretty cheap upgrades anyway. But yeah, belt of giant strength always nice to have on the strength hero, boosting the damage, adding more hit points as well.
And boosting up more and more over here indeed. Oh, the demon. He can go for a telestaff now. He's so rich, by the way. And he can solo cancel the Great Hall while his alchemist is still creeping. Blade Master, what's he doing in the meantime? Maybe he kills a Shadow Priest? Who cares? That's a 2 supply unit. That's an early game unit.
Yeah, great expo cancelled by the demon. There's nothing that can really stop that right now because the first raider only now came out, and it wouldn't have been ready to really prevent that from being cancelled. So very well done. Torn Chieftain hasn't picked a spell yet. It's just endurance. So he's reserving judgments. Blade is gonna see that it's slower play. Last game we saw Stomp, which was a lot more successful than the Shockwave in the previous game, so he gets to pick. Maybe he doesn't even need to pick now necessarily. He could just wait a bit more, try to see which army. If it's full Dryads, you probably want Stomp.
He rebought the TP, by the way. He sold the TP at the beginning, now he rebought it. And that is the clearest telegraph I have ever seen. He's gonna do run-bys all the time. Colorful should realize this pretty easily as well and get ready for it. Again, he doesn't have catch from heroes. He does have the Dryads here. But this speed scroll play, once again, could become quite helpful. Abolish will need to come in soon. It is queued already. Once again, Lin is in the same position as last game, kind of. He can't really win a fight for a long time. But building kill is his way to go.
Okay, we could have our first big fight here. Colorful coming in hot. Lin a little bit hesitant. Looks like he wanted to take the fight for a second, but now he's running away. No Abolish on the speed scroll. Oh my god, the chicken! Blocking one of the raiders.
He's trying to run detonate the speed scroll, actually.
Yeah, Dryads are kind of running in like they're gonna save the day. But they might just get ensnared and sniped.
Alright, he's going for the tree. Does he have the damage? 3 raiders.
Colorful needed to
grunts.
TP, I think, to prevent that. I think, is that tree dead? No.
I think it is. No Nature's Blessing.
And he went Shockwave, but he went Endurance level 2, by the way.
Yeah, that's a kill. It's gonna cost him the TP here to get out. But even saves the Raider. Oh my god, 2 HP. And the expansion is almost finished. Colorful has to cancel this now to make it worth it.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Might be confident to take a fight as well with level 3-3 and the composition that he's got. He knows that some of the units escape with low hit points.
He's trying to cut off the orc approach once again. There is a speed scroll on the TC, I imagine. No speed scroll.
Oh, he's
Plus, of course,
only...
there's Abolish now.
He's the one that closed the bridge now by going on the right side.
Yeah.
Lin went for Endurance level 2, so that means he really wants to hit and run. He wants to avoid that army. He wants to counterattack all the time. But now, he's been forced on his side of the map. I think he's going to have to take the fights. Oh, he's just going to cancel? No.
Can he win a fight, is the question.
It's so weird to have Endurance 2 here in a fight like this, but... spells maybe wouldn't be that relevant anyway, since he's just full Dryads. Those
the damage on the Raiders! So oh, Spiritling getting dispelled. The Acid Bomb level 2. He doesn't even have Heal Spray here. It's all damage. The Great Hall finishes. Dryads are falling, but so are the Grunts and the Raiders, everything. In fact, again, it's a pure bloodbath over here. Last game we had Lin with a big supply lead. At the moment, it's still very, very even. Blade Master gets level 3. That should be the critical strike now. At the end, it might come down to the heroes here.
Yeah, the heroes of Colorful are still very healthy. Blade Master taking a ton of damage. The greater invuln is on the Torrent Chieftain. He's going to transfer that. Maybe use Salve immediately after as well. There's still some Grunts left over. The 2 Raiders as well. The 1 Walker trying to put in some work. Dryad gets ensnared. He's going to go for the target fire on that. The heroes of Colorful still somewhat healthy. He has a Town Polo. He has an invuln available.
Oh, the Blade Master will make it out. Last second TP. Whew, that was very, very close. 1 more Grunt. Getting killed off as well. But the expansion stands. Expensive hold for Flynn, but hold he does. However, Knight of Expansion now about to be ready as well. Hard to tell who this is better for now.
It's a very different dynamic than we would see here a lot of the time because there is no war mills. So there's no opportunity to go for fortified defenses and find yourself safe, you know, with some towers. And it looks like Lin is going to go right back to doing some hit and run on the expo, for which Colorful, he must have been planning for this because he's already moving back across the map. Without a temple, actually, even right now. Definitely needs to buy one of those.
A town is under siege.
It's only one raider here. Ah, two. Okay. So this tree won't die so super fast. He does not have Nature's Blessing still.
Wait, neither pair
Acid bomb on the peons. That's a lot of kills over there. Demon are getting close to 4. Then he becomes super tanky. I really think, by the way, you should put this ring on the Alchemist, who's low armor. Okay. Does Lin have the time to kill the tree and save his own expansion? He's trying to go for the TP right now.
He don't have, he don't have TP. I think if he can get that off, I mean, the Expo might still die immediately after, but if he can catch this army, there's no TP on Colorful. He's just gonna base trade. He buys the TP anyway, but then he starts going for Moonwells. And he has pillage, so he's getting a lot of gold right now out of this.
Staff home from the demon. No Orb of Venom here, so it's not that much damage. TP now on the Alchemist. Has to use it right away, and he does. Brings back the Dryads. Ooh, walking some of them out of range. Oof, brings them back barely in time. In we go. Must force the TP right away.
TC takes a lot of damage, but does make it out. There was a war mill made in the meantime, and Lin has enough wood to start fortified if he wanted to. Does he want to prioritize that, though? He lost so many peons. He starts +1 attack. He's just going to keep up with a hit and run. Now TC's level 4. Restarts the expansion. Colorful's already halfway through the map to come back and get that cancelled. He knows that he's going to be there.
Oh, he's creeping. Really? In this kind of game, it's very important that you're walking very fast across the map. You cannot be complacent.
Yeah,
on the ground! Oh,
God.
he stole the big healing.
No way.
That is a really big help. If only that ring had been on the Alchemist, eh? So now the question is, can Colorful get the cancel and then TP back? He will have to TP back here soon.
It's gonna take a while. He's not carrying a TP right now. So he would have to go to the shop, buy one. He realizes that Colorful's about to hit him. Oh my god, Lin panicked and canceled the expo. If he had known that Colorful will turn around, he definitely would keep that up. He might restart it now.
The demon? Wait, did he sell the staff? Or was it a different staff? He's going for the Tree of Ages! That's a lot of raiders right here.
No way.
It might very well be enough for the kill.
There's almost a shockwave, but I think Demon should be down time. He's staffing to get a little bit closer. Just a little faster here with the Demon, but the tree's taking so much damage. Can he get that? He's gonna commit. There's still 4 raiders attacking it. So many wisps are repairing. It's gonna go down. And immediately behind, Lin TP's out. He's done so much damage. There isn't the economy to restart the tree.
He has to sell something. That belt looking very expendable right now.
Yeah, Lin lost quite a few units. He's down to 38 supply, but I think the plan is to just locate the Night Elf army, go around it again, and keep up with those attacks. And yeah, now we have fortified defense on the way. Fortified defenses.
I think big mistake by Colorful was never getting Nature's Blessing. He should have had the resources. Could have bought him so much time.
He's gonna go to the right side. He's like, come and cancel my expo. I'll attack your main right back. He's got more movement speed thanks to endurance.
And there's no way Colorful can afford a TP right now. Oh, the Blade Master can cancel the tree by himself.
Yeah. Even if he could afford a TP, there's nothing to TP to.
Ah, true. True. And the later you cancel, the fewer resources you get back. Lin is playing this very smart, avoiding all fights. This seems to be the best way to punish this Demon Hunter. Don't fight him. Just base race him.
He's sending 3 peons to the expo, so I think he wants to set up a bunch of towers before he restarts the Great Hall. But his base might be about to be under attack here. It's gonna counterattack again. With pillage, he's just gonna get so much gold out of this every time. And like I said, Colorful has nothing to TP back to. He might just lose all of his buildings. Oh my god, no way. How is he gonna defend? He has to run all the way back. He could stab the demon, but the demon would be alone and he would just die. I think this is game.
Yeah, I think there's nothing he can do here anymore. Yeah. That's it. GG.
17 years of Warcraft experience, and you don't make any mistakes in those base raids anymore. Lin, just the more experienced and the smarter player here on Terran Stand.
I wonder if he has Nature's Blessing. I wonder if he can hold that Tree of Ages. Perhaps he could.
Yeah. With the slightly better base, I mean, it's always easy to say while we're watching, but... And also, like, obviously, if you realize the opponent's going to target your tree, you surround it with your own wisps, and they will buy you a little bit of time, but... Lin made that style look very strong, you know, Endurance level 2. When TC was level 3, I was a little bit skeptical, but he had so much movement speed, 20%. Moved around crazy fast and was able to capitalize on just this hit and run style here.
All right, Lin says he's in a slump, but he's one map away from the grand final here at DreamHack Asia. Will he make it with a 3-1, or can Colorful strike back? We see each other in 3 minutes. First semi-final is about to finish if Lin closes this out right now. 2-1 for the War Chief. We go into Northern Isles.
Is that finally where we're going to return to standard Keeper Hunts Expo? That is the meta. That is what everyone is expecting. But Colorful is surprising us here with the Demon Hunter. Will he do it here? I think it's time now to get back to Keeper. What do you think, John?
I think it doesn't matter what I think. I wanted to hear what Coach Remo had to say. You know, the tracksuit on, as always, chest hair popping off. The pride of a father figure to this young athlete that is Colorful here. This is what you would tell him? Just go Keeper?
I think you only can I think
How
you
about
can
the
only
pep
make the Demon Hunter work where you can actually force fights and maps are bad for run-by style. LR is the prime example of this. Terranos is really good for run-by, Echo is good for run-by. This map is also really good for run-by. I think if you play Demon, you're gonna get abused. That's it.
All right, coach, if you say so. Let's see if your boy is listening or if it's gonna be a clean 3-1. Northern Isles is our 4th map.
Alright, so starting off with a very safe creep camp here is Colorful towards the green. Not the Tuskars, not the natural, which sometimes we've been seeing, but starting off very, very slow. That means that there's going to be no Wisp repair required, so Night Elf can tech very fast, but of course also creep speed will be slowed down quite significantly. Big question is, which hero will we see? Demon, 4th time in a row. Wow.
You know, that keeper is so early 2020 by now. It's all about that Demon Hunter. You're very good with the strategic enthusiasm and advice as Coach Remo, but I'm curious, could you give a good pep talk if you were a coach? Like if you had to give a pep talk to Colorful here, being down 1 and 2, what would you say?
I would say, Colorful, my boy, you already dazzled the world, making it to WCG and DreamHack top 4. We all know you got what it takes. Just make sure you execute your game plan well and show everyone that you are indeed the master that you are. Lin is no match for you.
Woo! We're getting some nerd shields here. You really need to become a coach someday. I think that would be pretty fun.
I could coach Yudbor. How about that?
You could coach me? Well, you already did. You told me to go rifles in a fire and I didn't listen, so I guess I'm not a good student of yours.
I also told you to play Mercs and level 4 AM against Cryptlord. That may be working a little bit better. By the way, as far as openings go here, Blade Master with a fast Voodoo Lounge moving across the map. But again, not scouting. Oh no, he was scouting. Sorry, I missed the Peon scout here. So ideally, you were hoping for a greedy camp being started by the Night Elf, and then you being able to swoop in with a speed scroll and harass, but that didn't exactly work out. So not the ideal start of the game for Lin, but he's still getting something done with the Blade. Oh.
Just gotta find him.
Oh.
And he gets to burn before the next windwalk. Very nicely done.
Oh, yeah. That's all the
so much
windwalks lost.
And that's the next burn going through as well. Really, really nice job by Colorful, but Lightning Shield was collected here. Oh, a Wisp gets caught over here.
What? What's happening there?
Mispositioned that one. Can't be losing any of those.
That's very annoying. This should have been scouting later on. Is that the nerves getting too colorful? That's what Neo would say, I'm pretty sure.
Player's forces are under attack.
One more bird.
He knows his father is watching. It's too much pressure. He can't handle it. All he wants is to make his father proud, and his father and coach.
I would be one of the nice guys at the soccer practice. I'd be like, yeah, you go, boy. Good job, good job. Not like those douchebags being like, ref, what are you talking about? That was a foul. Are you kidding me? No.
You wouldn't be like that guy in Cobra Kai, like fights his students because he only took second.
Didn't see that actually, but I keep hearing good things.
A player's forces
So,
are under attack.
got an expansion coming up, by the way. Not very much that the Blade Master level 1 without mana and late grunts can do about it. Quite a few archers.
Yeah, Blade's got dust, but he doesn't have too much hit points here. I think Archer should be a save. Blade's committing a little bit. Wisp block. Ooh, okay, well that got scary for a second. I think he's walked past the Huntress Soul again. I wonder if he makes an adjustment and maybe goes Shadow Hunter. I mean, TC's been working out pretty well, but yeah, it's going to be a Torrent Chieftain again. Totem starts immediately.
A player's forces are under attack.
I guess you only go Lodge against Keeper, right? It makes sense to go for Shamans to help out against Entangle and Trance. Against Demon, you don't need Shamans at all.
Boots again for the Demon. Good chase potential now. And speaking of Keeper, haven't seen it as a second hero yet. I still think it may be able to work, but Colorful doesn't seem to be the biggest fan here. Gonna see his choice of second hero very soon when the tier 2 finishes. But because of the boots, gold is pretty low right now.
A player's forces
I
are
can't believe
under
Colorful's trying the same style. With the Expo, with the lures. What's second hero though? That's the big question here. Obviously he doesn't have the goal right now to go for any, but eventually he will. Nobody really does solo demon.
I'd like to see a catch hero. Like, this Alchemist is great for actual fighting, but if Lin just dodges all fights, Alchemist doesn't do that much. Ooh, nice blocks here, saving the archers. Oh my god, did he actually save it? Look at the boots! Always applying pressure on the Blade Master, who doesn't have a heal setup right now.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage actually. But he does have a speed scroll if things get too dicey. That archer is going on a journey. This guy got the secret services escorting him back home.
She's
Crazy.
a survivor. She's gonna make her. So, Tavern Hero again. I was hoping for that keeper, but nope, not getting it. So.
Keep going with the song.
Yeah, you know, my karaoke skills are renowned across the world. You can ask the Koreans
attack.
how bad it truly is. It is Alchemist again. Great for creeping, of course, with the acid bomb.
You know, if you would have said that Back to Warcraft will do a karaoke session after getting 100k followers, you already would have them instead of this stupid nugget challenge.
You gonna take part in the karaoke challenge?
Maybe.
I know you have some certain songs that you rely on as your classics, don't you?
Well, usually, you know, it's kind of like post-event private setup, you know, with a couple drinks. I don't know if I would be confident enough to do that on an online stream. Oh my god,
You
he
did it
finds
before
flutes.
with the Backstreet Boys, man. It was wonderful. So,
Dude, flutes. One of the best items I think he could have gotten here, because everything he's gonna get is gonna be ranged anyway.
Yeah.
I think this, when I see this kind of item, I'm always like, the first thing that crosses my mind is like, okay, Tuzu. It's not that as easy as that, but yeah, it's one of those really good items that he could have found, and he got it.
And he's getting the Warlord as well. Heal wards. Oh, that's amazing. Healing is going to be severely limited for Colorful because he doesn't have Rejuve. But now that's going to help out a lot. The creeping in the middle, though, did slow down the setting up of the expansion.
Okay, where was this Ancient of War going? Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, a Wisp getting stomped. Well, if I ever saw something suspicious, it's that one. And I have played Among Us with Bidou before, so that should tell you something.
Did you play Among Us with him and his friend, though? That's the ones that, you know, from the clip from Kaiser, because that was pretty funny.
I think I know which clip you mean. You're gonna have to educate me later.
Yeah.
This Blade Master is looking pretty sad, man. Level 1 only. Inventory pretty good, though. And the base
the
race
demon?
will commence.
Yeah, and there's no Nature's Blessing here, right? Definitely gonna need that down the line. We saw last game that it can change a lot.
Yeah.
And the orc decides to go for your buildings. But it's not a full raider style here, but he does have 3 raiders, so even like pillage on 3 raiders is still gonna be pretty significant. Look at the dance they are doing. Blade scouting with level 1 windwalk. Lin kinda going left, right, left, right. He's waiting for Colorful to make a mistake. As is Colorful waiting for Lin to make one.
Yeah, Lin is playing this very well positionally, ensuring his expansion is coming up. This is really hard to do properly with the scouting and the threatening at all times. Colorful into upkeep really fast. Already now, before the expo was even mining fully. Ooh, there's a Wisp missing in the gold mine, Todd. I know that's gonna make you a sad, sad bear.
Yeah.
And he's
Pretty
not realizing
tilted.
it.
Um,
Yikes.
I like that Colorful broke upkeep earlier because he started mining from his expo way earlier. And also, he has true shots, so all he has to do is get a lot of units, start pushing the expo of Lin, and he should be in a very... Wait, what? He's bringing peons? He wants to Spirit Link with that and fight?
He's got a ton of abolishes. Should be enough for everything. Oh, there we go. 5 Wisps now, thank goodness.
Colorful on 58 supply against 43. But we do have double healing scroll. It's always so weird to have like a smaller army like this with double healing scroll. It feels like the value that you get is lesser, but it was mostly about taking those healing scrolls away from Colorful. Yeah, this reminds me of game 1 a little bit. Colorful being very patient. I think he knows that if he fights without scrolls, it's not as good. If Lin wants, he could just forever keep on buying scroll. I mean, the next one is in 86 seconds. That's forever. I think the big power spike for Colorful is going to be like 70, 80 supply, and then he should definitely start fighting.
Shouldn't Colorful have more wisps? He's low lumber at all times. Having more lumber would mean more upgrades for the Dryads, which are very beneficial. He's got one armor upgrade at the moment, but that's not that much. And also, it's more repair potential.
He made a bunch, so I think they're gonna take some time to kick in. He's still making some at the expo, but yeah, he made a bunch in the main earlier, because he realized he was gonna have to put some in that gold mine at the expo. And Blade Master is still level 1.
Oh, and Lin, for once, not in a position to go for a counterattack. He's getting caught right here. All the speed scroll is getting dispelled. Acid Bomb, not very effective, honestly. One stomp comes in, but that's going to be the only one. Kodo also joining the fray. Heal scroll used by the Orc side early on. There's going to be a second one as well. Next speed scroll coming through, but getting dispelled quickly as well. Acid Bomb number 2 connects. Again, not the biggest hit, and the Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage over here, but getting ensnared very nicely once more. Both players losing a decent amount of units, but still way more supply for the Night Elf.
Yeah, those Dryads definitely die a little quicker than a lot of the Orc units. It's really the Raiders that go down pretty fast. Lin did such a good job pulling them back in the first place, but now that he's going back in, they're gonna start falling left and right. He was able to eat 2 of those Dryads with the Kodos here, and he's forcing Colorful back. Did Colorful buy Lionhorn from the marketplace, by the way?
Yes, he did.
But big win, big fight win here for, I mean, I consider it a fight win for Lin. I think he did slightly better. They traded a lot of units. Oh my god, that healing ward's value. That is the dream right there.
Still got 1 charge left. Yeah, that heal ward. Very helpful indeed. Masterful hold by Lin. Was really easy to crumble there under the pressure. Those 2 heal scrolls making a big difference. And again, the next heal scroll goes to Lin. I think that was a mistake by Colorful. He should have been able to grab that on the way back pretty easily. A few flaws starting to show themselves. Tier 3 has started though. And now the dynamic of this game shifts. Because if Tier 3 is reached for Colorful and he gets to MGs, he's gonna become a lot stronger.
And he has way more right now. Oh my god, 65 supply to 53. Kills one of the Kodo. That one already had digested the Dryad, so it doesn't free anything. Goes immediately for the next Kodo. It's piercing damage. Gonna be able to free that one Dryad that just got eaten. Colorful. Going to town on those Raiders here. Chemical Rage was used. And those Dryads not dying quite as fast as the Orc army right now. Colorful, is he doing this? Is this the 2-2 that he was hoping for? The double aura doing so much work here with those Dryads.
Trying to go for the hero kill here, or to at least force the TP out to buy himself some time. Forces that TP and will again keep his expansion safe. But the thing is, now the clock is on Lin, because Tier 3 only around 1.5 minutes away. Mountain Giants will completely destroy this Orc army. But for that you need lumber. And again, lumber isn't looking the greatest for Colorful.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, he's still at 68 supply. I keep forgetting that next Spoonwell though. Where is it? He's been out of 70 for a very long time now, and he's at the gold to go for more for a while. Rebuys the Town Portal. Yeah, the healing potion is always going to be nice here as well in the fight. But Torn Chieftain almost out of mana. He's just allowed to have like the 1 single spell in a second. Lin is spamming this Raider production. He's trying to get as many as he can. Never really got to go for fortified or reinforced defenses, so if he gets attacked at the expo, he actually has to go there with his army to try and defend, and he's about to be.
Yeah, no time to go for the counter attack here, it seems. Lin coming in from the back. Could be a nice flank here, catching the Dryads in a bad position. In we go. Starting off with Chemical Rage again. Waiting for the Acid Bomb. That 1 heal scroll. 2 heal scrolls, excuse me. Could once again be very effective. Taking out the Kodo would be a big deal. And it is taken out. Taking so much damage from the Dryads here over time. Acid Bomb this time connects fairly well. First heal scroll used already. TC close to 4 does get the level up here. Of course, from Dryad, you do get a good amount of experience. But also, oh, Alchemist in trouble. We'll have to TP out here once more. Waits for the last second. Always looking really dicey here, these last second TPs, but it's good enough. And that was a great hold by Lin again. Dude, Lin is constantly down like 15, 20 supply, but he always manages to hold on. But now, Tier 3 is reached. We're going to have the Orb of Venom and MGs very soon.
And Colorful can't heal very well here without Healing Spray. He has a lot of Dryads that are injured.
Yeah,
And I
should
think
definitely retrain.
Lin identified that because he has less supply, he's supposed to be the one waiting on his side of the map and not moving out, not pressuring. He just needs to sit there, defend, get a bigger army to have a better chance later on. He's getting pillaged now. He's about to go for the counter-attack on that expansion here. Maybe force Colorful back in anticipation that Colorful will be in the center of the map, ready to attack again.
Yeah, that was a great Wisp Scout, but Colorful thought, well, my Wisp Scout you, so now you're gonna go back, but Lin with a reverse psychology still goes for the attack. But there's not enough Raiders. We do have Nature's Blessing. This tree will not go down. TP out is forced. More time bought for Lin, but what's he buying time for? It's not like he's got tier 3 triple hero or anything. It's just tier 2 mediocrity from the org.
He's getting a Demolisher right now.
Okay, I guess.
We still have a TP from Colorful. If Colorful just keeps on managing to TP out with no hit points on his heroes and still a lot of Dryads left over, every time before that happens, he's able to get a lot of kills on important units from Lin. Is he really worried about that one burrow?
Lin did a masterful job with the heal scrolls this game, man. Colorful didn't get a single one. I think Lin has like 6 or 7 this game. That's still a tough fight. This Demon now with the Orb of Venom, a massive threat. Perhaps time to start focusing him more, but, well, he is very tanky.
Yeah, the macro from Colorful is so good, by the way. He never wastes his time attacking any of the grunts. It's always Raiders first and foremost if they're at the front. If they're not, he goes for the Spirit Walkers. Now it was starting to look like he was going to have a bad position, so he pulls back a little bit. Demolisher starting to go to work on those Dryads. But Lin mostly attacking those heroes here. He's going to force the Town Portal out. Can he kill some of the Dryads beforehand? Gets a few. Oh, Blademaster gets 3. That's a big level here, because now he can work with Critical Strike level 2.
Dude, he holds again. He holds again, being down by like 20 supply.
Yeah, and every time, like, even though Colorful kills a bunch of units, then gets out, it's a Town Portal that he has to use, which is pretty expensive. It's 350 every single time. So now he's going into Giants. He's going to be getting resistant skin in a second. How do you counter if you're Lin? You can't eat those guys anymore.
Yeah.
And they're not going to take any damage, by the way, from this army. And they're going to be taunting the hell out of everything. I guess the Demolishers can still keep on attacking the Dryads, ideally. Maybe that's why he went for them. He anticipated there was going to be Giants. Whoa, Lin's going for the engagement? He has no Town Portal. I think he realized there's Giants on the way, and he has a timer on him.
Taking out a few Dryads, doing a good job with that, but the poison damage is starting to spread. Colorful, I think, could be much more bold here going in. Heal Scroll being used. That was the last one for the Orc. Supply is getting more and more even, but... Oh! The resistance skin wasn't done yet! The Kodo got off the Devour!
Oh my god. What a sick timing. That's a sick timing right here. And the Demolishers, they're working on the Dryads super well here. It's so hard for Colorful. He needs to keep on moving those back all the time. He's doing that pretty well, but it's only one single Giant out right now. There is no more Healing Scroll. The Torrent Chieftain's going low. He has 2 invulns on him. Uses the big one.
There was an MG forgotten in the main. What about the Blade Master, though? Acid Bomb might tick him out. He's protected by the Spirit Ling, but not enough. Blade Master falls. And now Lin is on the way back. No Speed Scroll. Oh, there is a Speed Scroll. And
actually, yeah, he used the small invuln on the TC. I don't know why he had both invuln on him. One of them should have been on the Blade for sure. Lin now on 66 supply against 75. He's pulling back. He's going to restart Blade Master from the altar, as opposed to instant reviving him. Demon level 5 is going to be so scary in this game now.
And now the tech is really online. Also, he's going to have forever vision on this Kodo. It takes a really long time to digest that MG. I still think not going for Heal Spray retraining is a big, big mistake. But even without it, seems to be looking decent enough. Demon going deep into the base. It's a little dangerous.
Alchemy's almost level 5, by the way. Torrent Chieftain trying to stay outside of the range of that mana burn. Demolisher's being targeted now. He has 1 Stomp. Can he use it on time? Maybe Invuln. Demon catching up with the boots. Gets the burn. Minus 150. Woo. That hurts.
Level 5 Alchemist. And these MGs, now they have resistance skin finally. They can't be devoured anymore. How the hell do you deal with them? You don't. You go for the heroes instead, trying to force a TP out from the demon again. That happened so many times before. Wait, is there a TP? Yes, there is, but there's also a staff. It's called GG 2-2.
Colorful, my lordy. That looked a little dicey at times, but full distance. All out best of 5. Yesterday he said he has absolutely no chance. Well, he overcame that already. Very strategic game. A lot about army movement and decision making. And here Colorful prevailed. Found the time for the tech. Went for MGs. I like that last attack where he just hit the Dryads from the Demolishers and took the time to take them out with MGs, with heroes. And then there was no chance for Lin anymore. Great, great, great game.
Yeah, that build looked very solid this time around with the expansion, the Dryads. Colorful, so patient. Did you see that? Like when he had the Expo, when he already had more supply, he still waited to make sure that he had way more than Lin before finally starting to fight. And when you have this many ranged and piercing units, it's so good to fight the way it did, even though it was costing him town portals every time. Because by the time you town portal, you still can kill a few more units than the opponent, and then you keep on leveling through that.
And what map could possibly be last? It's Twisted Meadows. See you in 3 minutes. Finally, we have a playoff match that goes full distance here at DreamHack Asia. Monster Energy is still with us for this long and enduring series. Colorful. Can he make this big grand final, or is it gonna be Lin? What are the odds on Twisted Meadows?
Well, what are the odds? That's an excellent question for this map, the Casino Warcraft, as we call it. And Colorful, we saw him open up with some very greedy creep spots in some of the previous maps, but in the last one, he kind of toned that down. So now there's the whole approach of which one does he go for? Is it even a Demon Hunter? Did he save the Keeper for last? Did he save the best thing for last year?
That's a very good question as well. We are loaded in. Lin on the upper right, Colorful on the bottom right. Let's go. Decide this.
Colorful gets the Merc Camp spawn. That's definitely what he was hoping for. On Twisted Meadows, there's tons of creeps to go around, but the ironic thing is, oftentimes in the early game, players can't creep anything because of the fact that if they get harassed, it's going to be a dangerous early. Because the camps are so hard, harassment can be very painful at the early stages. But Colorful is still going to risk it. He's not going for a Hunt's opening. He is going for the Ancient of War at the Merc Camp. And if he doesn't get scouted, I imagine he's going to try to pull through with it. Lin is not scouting from what it looks like right now. Seems like he's trying to set up the Rock Golem creep, which of course also can be very beneficial for him, pulling it towards the burrow. But that should mean that for the first 3 minutes, Colorful should be left alone. The first hero is again the Demon Hunter.
Let the gamble games begin early here on Twisted Meadows. Both players going to be hoping for some pretty good items, obviously, from the Mercenary Camp. If you open Demon Hunter, you're usually hoping to find a Greater Healing, Slippers of Agility as well. At the Blade Master, what do you even hope for here? Qualtalas, I guess, would be one of the good ones.
Now, Qualtalas really good. Scourge Bone Chimes is really, really good. And then Robe and Devotion are also quite good. And the other ones are rather not what you want.
Yeah, like for example, if he gets a belt, it could help his second hero. If he still goes for Torrent Shift, then I'm curious if they will mix in different stuff. Like, do we see a similar game to last game in terms of build from both players? So in this case, that would be Colorful going with the tree, the lore, and we saw a lot of Dryads from him with the Alchemist second. And for Lin, that would be Torrent Shift in second, and then just some 1-1-1. Gets the perfect block here on the Rock Golem. How many peons does he put in that burrow? Just the one?
Waits for the tech to start and then puts in the burrows. Nice little adjustment there. Taking very little damage. Scourge Bone Chimes. Hallelujah.
Yeah, and Colorful gets one of Mana Stealing, which on a Demon Hunter is about as good as finding it on a Blood Mage. Not at all.
Yeah, true. Grunt sent out to scout. Is that gonna reveal the positions already? Colorful wants to make doubly sure here, perhaps. As the Blade Master goes for Circlet as well. Quite the inventory that the Blade Master has here early. He can trade so well now, early on.
Colorful actually moves close to the Merchant here. He's taking some damage. He wanted to make sure he bought Dust. Obviously, he doesn't have a shot back at home. He knows that his blade could go for Wisp and be very pesky and annoying. In which case, Dust could be used to reveal him permanently, as to mana burn him entirely. Pretty early on. And Lin gets a Tome of Strength here from the small green camp. I love that addition of the Tome, by the way, on that.
Blade Master here looking for the tree to for the Ancient of War to eat through the trees. Classic play. Oh, he tried to go for the Berserker, but Colorful secures it for himself. Very important. That Shadow Priest most likely dead.
Oh, he's gonna block him.
Can he block
it? That was close.
Trying to set up a trap here, perhaps. Oh my god, he saves
away.
him. Wow.
What a sick save.
Oh my lord.
And now that he has mana burned the blade completely, he can go for that camp. Might delay the creeping a little bit, but if you're the Blade Master, it's a little scary not having mana. Yeah, he's gonna mana burn him one time. Minus 40. It's hard to do anything about this now if you're Lin. He's trying to heal up a little bit before going back in. There's a lot of blocking potential in this little corner here, right? You can't go too deep. If you get fully surrounded here and lose the blade, that would be a disaster.
Oh, he stole the last hit with the Grunt. Blade Master could have secured it with a burn, but he didn't, and he was punished for it. That now means crit unlocked. Dude, they're both playing well around each other. So well.
It's been a sick match. Very, very close. I'm glad, because when I saw that the last 5 series had gone 2-0 to Lin every single time, I was a little worried, but yeah, we're getting 5 maps here, ending things on Twisted Meadows. Blade Master not being chased. Can Colorful make sure he gets the null over here? The Grunt trying to go for the steal here. It's 2 more hits. Okay, Colorful does get that. Blade coming back in. He's trying to get the Berserker here. Remember, he doesn't have a Town Portal, so if Blade falls here, that would be pretty bad.
Gets the kill. Lin is playing this as well as he can.
And we have again the tree from Colorful. He's going to be playing the same style. So most likely Alchemy second. Lots of Dryads. And then just outmassing the opponent heavily. And we have a Shadowhunter second this time from Lin. So he's making a big adjustment. I mean, that Thorn Chieftain looked really bad last game. He was just stomping for like 1 Demon plus 1 Archer. He was going Endurance level 2 every single time, but he couldn't even really hit and run, so it was doing nothing for him. This time, he's going to be able to play with... Usually you play with Hex here, I think, a lot of the time, but against Mass Dryads, do you still go for that? Serpent Words are going to be amazing, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Shadowhunter can be very good in a good position with Hex or with Serpent Woods or with healing, but the downside of him compared to a TC is without mana, he does very little. The TC with the aura, even dry on mana, still does a decent amount. Starting off with Hex, by the way.
Yeah, but Serpent Words are very cheap. You can't have a demon mana burn you every single time before you're going to have Serpent Words. He would run out of mana like pretty quickly if he did that himself. So I think Serpent Words are going to be in the plans. Usually, we almost always see Hex into Serpent Words, in which case you kind of lack a little bit of healing, but it's not really the end of the world. Like, a Hex also allows you to fight earlier on a little bit better. And then Serpent Words is what you prioritize on level 3 for the extra damage, piercing damage in particular.
The movement here amazing by Lin. Creeping up a little bit with the Shadowhunter, almost level 2 now. And the Blade Master is distracting, scouting as well for the Merchant creep to come in. And it's going to be a Hex kill on the Shadow Priest if he wants it. Yep, and with that, the spell is gone.
Yeah, double Dryad production now on the way, though. First 2 are out, the next 2 are already queued in those lores. No sign of expansion attempt here from Lin. He really wanted to play aggressive with his Shadowhunter, and he already got level 2. He's gonna wake... Oh, he's waking up the creep to try and slow down this Alchemist. He's trying to catch up with the Shadowhunter to maybe kill him or force the staff out. Realizes that he cannot catch up. But he's prevented the Merchant from being crept. And now Colorful's gonna rotate back down to creep the expansion. That Alchemist has 0 experience. And he's gonna be like that for a while. And the Scourgebolt Chime will kick in into usefulness zone here very, very soon as he gets more army and then engages. And I think Lin probably gonna want to expand shortly after, but it looks like he might do the Mercamp first.
He's getting a lot of creeping done here as Lin. Gonna be level 3 Blade in no time. Shadow level 3, not too far away either. He's up in the Magic Triangle on Twisted. With the Merc, the starting position, and the lab, there's so much experience and good items to be found here, hence the Magic Triangle. He could creep it all right now, but he would take a lot of damage, especially from the red.
Red mana. On the Shadowhunter, and on the other side we found a Pierapt of Vitality for the Demon Hunter. We're not a big fan of that item, personally. Shop going up for Colorful is getting some armor upgrades. Lin's coming in for a fight. Lin never expanded. He's very committed to doing damage here with this one attack. He's almost level 3 on the Shadow. And he went healing wave, by the way. He's not going Serpent Words at all. Oh my god, this time he's gonna do so much. Colorful completely got caught off guard here by this. And he can't really escape unless he TPs out, and he doesn't want to. The Enchanter Fort died in the meantime.
Alchemist, Ensnare, Surround. Seems like he's caught in a trap and he's dead. No staff to get him out. The positioning on the Shadowhunter was insane, by the way. The Ensnares plus the Hex plus the Shadow position. He never got burned by this demon once. And he's gonna force a TP here, probably. Does he realize there's an expansion down there? Sure, looks like he does. Sure looks like he does. And that should be an easy kill.
You saw the item on the demon. That Alchemist is having a terrible game. Still on level 1, now in the altar. Expo will surely be going down. There is a healing scroll. And there is still that greater mana. And because of Raiders, there is so much control here with those ensnares. look, he can just keep chasing. Colorful has to fight before his Alchemist is even back. I think he got maybe a little bit over eager here, trying to rush to the assistance of an expansion he couldn't really save anyway.
That's a surround. That must be the kill. He gets a surround as well. He still has the big mana potion, dropping something on the ground for more healing. It was the Periap, but it's still a kill on the Demon Hunter. And that looks almost like the GG here. With that loss now, Colorful in a horrible position. The Alchemist is finally back, but more and more Ensnares are coming in. GG is called. Colorful makes it close, but our winner and finalist is Lin.
Oh man, a little tragic. This map didn't go well for Colorful